Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So the new season of Doctor Who is fast coming upon us. I would say coming over us. And not in the good way. More in the way that a homeless man may come over you in a bus shelter in the middle of the night. Not in the fun way, okay? No. Yeah, the season 13, Doctor Who Flux is indeed on its way. And so finally we're getting to see some promotion for it. Not much. But we had like a minute trailer, then we had like a really lame 20-second teaser trailer, which actually had bad writing in that 20-second. Really, yeah, kudos to Chris Chibnall, how he can take such a small space of time and highlight how unbelievably awful he is. Anyway, so we're starting to see stuff. And listen, it looks like they're going for broke. They want to make it look epic. I see some great effect shots, like, you know, the Crimea War, like armors going against each other. New Sontarans, well, they look good on paper, but there, when I saw them on horseback, yeah, I mean, really, why would you choose the two Doctors as your starting point for Sontarans? No, listen, best Sontarans, it still remains the best Sontarans, is Shakedown, the 1990s direct-to-video 60-minute thing, which was quite good. I reviewed it recently. I thought it was really good. Desperately in need of a special edition, new special effects. But generally speaking, very good. But their Sontaran design, still the best. Anyway, so we're starting to see what was coming down the pipe, and it looks to me like there's going to be they're using this breakneck pace that they want to set it to try and give the feeling that it's going to be exciting without actually being. They do it on Star Trek Discovery all the time. You know, everything about Star Trek Discovery is about that big ba-ba-ba, like mic drop moment. Spock is in asylum, but they never follow it up with making it make sense. In fact, and if you stop and think about the plot for over 20 seconds, that's all it takes. You go, well, that's terrible. So I think we're in for more of the same, but I really don't think it looks like it's going to be very good. But I'm prejudiced, right? I'm prejudiced because I do not like Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who, so I assume she's going to continue doing the things I don't like, essentially being awful. I essentially just not being the absolute opposite of the Doctor. But maybe she'll be good, but I don't think she'll be good. But surprisingly, shield media sites are now saying like, oh, this looks like it's going to be awful, which is a bit strange, and we're not used to that. You know, the shield media, especially for Jodie Whittaker, they there's only one allowed response for anything for these, the crazies that live on Twitter. There's one prescribed response for any situation, and if you go off that prescribed response, you're wrong. So it seems to be the kosher response now is, oh, Jodie Whittaker's leaving. She was never very good. She was great, but she was underserved by the scripts or whatever apologetics. But the era is now acknowledging how bad it was, and they're looking forward to it being continue being pretty darn bad. One of those that we're going to be looking at today is What Culture. What Culture has been pretty much in the bag for the Jodie Whittaker era until now. So we're going to see them go over the what they know about the new season. This is before the trailer came out. We just had the teaser. But it doesn't. I haven't read the article, but it's called 6 Big Reasons to Be Worried. I mean, one big reason, Jodie Whittaker. Another big reason, Chris Chibnall. Third big reason, BBC. I mean, really, it's a perfect storm of awful. However, I did get a bit personal story from somebody who met Russell T Davies recently. So this is completely. I can't verify this story at all. It sounds real, but somebody said to me that they saw him going to some National Theatre thing on the South Bank, and he went over to talk to them because he could see their Doctor Who fans. They're looking at him, and they said, "Oh, we don't like the series like it is right now." It is, "Oh, I'm not allowed to say, but no, it's not very good, is it?" I think he wants to bring it back. That's what that story said. Is it real? Is it not? Who knows? I wasn't there. Hey, look, really, I learned this when I was about what 14 when I went to Israel on a teen tour. They have this thing, Jews they schlep them to Israel to when you're kids to so you have some kind of connection to it. You understand there's like like I didn't really understand until much later when I became religious. I'm like, oh well, there is quite a strong connection between Jews and Israel, but they do. So I was there, and one of the things I went on was it's fascinating, absolutely fascinating. It was the like the Museum of Propaganda or something, and you learn how propaganda works. Basically, after that, I knew only believe something that you have first-hand knowledge of, right? If you and everything else is up to is up to question. Never ever take things on face value. Okay. Fantastic example of this. I love the TV show Survivor. I've always loved it. I loved it when it first came on. They had a guy on about 5 years ago, maybe more, Russell Hantz. It was crazy. This guy was crazy, but he went. He was incredibly good at playing this game because he would just lie through his teeth. Like he was a millionaire already, and he pretended he was a fun. He would just like yes. And once you like work out that you can manipulate anybody to do pretty much anything just by lying, that's a pretty hard thing to put back in the box. Anyway, so that's propaganda for you. Fine. Like, share, subscribe, all those very, very good things. YouTube started to notice my channel's doing quite well. Okay, it's always a bummer. I bet I do all this stuff in the moment, so I don't really remember it after I do it. But I bet like the trajectory of of me talking about my YouTube subscriptions is always the same. I'm like, doing good. Oh no, they've noticed. I think we're on a weekly cycle, so they notice right now. If you subscribe, make sure you're still subscribed. If you're not subscribed, you can consider hitting the subscribe button. And by the way, if you disagree with me about everything, even more reason. Honestly, I had somebody comment yesterday about how he disagreed with me about everything, but like the channel. Well, firstly, we agree about liking the channel. Clearly, you're right about that. But like, it's such a weird state to be in that we go, oh my god, somebody's disagreeing with me and we're being friendly. It's so exciting. It's just weird, just really weird that the world has changed this, but the world's changed in many, many ways over the last little bit of time. Changing a lot more as time goes on. Fine. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. And let's have a look at this. Think. Doctor Who series 13. I'm sorry, I said series, not season. 6 big reasons to be worried. The future of Doctor Who is in flux. So can series 13 steady the ship? No. The Rusty Davies has been brought on to steady the ship, whether he's going to or not. I think he is, right? I'm just an optimist. I do. I really think he is. But this is something they got to weather through. And why? like why are they making this show? Like, I really don't know. Why can't they just say, oh, we failed? Because we all know you failed. It's like, it's not like it's not like there's any grey area to this. No, you have very obviously failed with this for the reasons that everybody said, oh, you're going to fail. I understand it's embarrassing, but isn't it more embarrassing to pretend that you haven't? Because we all can, I guess it's what people do, Like, the next video I'm doing is about George Takei, who is not happy at all. But I got all the stuff queued up to reference about it. But I had to go through his Twitter feed to find stuff. Man, he's a miserable guy. Like, just miserable. Utterly obsessed with Donald Trump, and just like, you got everything you wanted, right? You won. You got everything you wanted. I understand it turned out not how you wanted, but you got everything you wanted, and you were proved wrong. That's what happened here. Yeah, you got everything you wanted, proved wrong. I want more evidence you proved wrong. Then look at this. I mean, firstly, the trailer was garbage. This teaser was absolute garbage. Filmed for what, 25p maybe. Somebody described it as like one of the things they play on the TV while you're waiting to go on a ride. In an amusement park. Yeah, it looked that cheap. It looked kind of on the same level as Doctor Who. What's it called again? Time Fracture. I think it's supposed to be opening up again in a few days. Good luck, mate. Good luck. That'll be fun. But like that. Okay, so everything about this trailer is bad, including, look at this performance. Like, What is she trying to convey here? What is this expression trying to be? Is she constipated? That's what it looks like to me. Urgency. We got the Sontarans coming. Weeping angels, and a race called not the Flux, the Ravagers. And I ain't like. When do you say the Ravagers? Because you had to read shit writing. That's why. Okay, just a few weeks. That's 2 weeks. Oh my god, 2 weeks. In just a few short weeks, Doctor Who Series 13, which will also go by the mysterious title Flux. So, is this Doctor Who anymore? I mean, can we all agree this is not Doctor Who now? It's called something different. Actually, somebody was arguing. Somebody sent me the video. I haven't looked at it properly yet. But somebody was arguing that because when you gender change or race change a character, it becomes a different character. Okay, well that would explain why the Doctor's characteristics are so vastly different when you change their sex, gender, and sex. I mean, I'm assuming she has a vagina. I've never looked, and I frankly want to. For obvious reasons, it's been a hell of a long wait for the new batch of episodes. Not really, mate. I mean, honestly, wasn't it always supposed to air around now? Yeah. It was okay. Finished in what was it? It started in January 2020, right? Last season, and so it went for what, 2 months, and then it says Doctor Who will be back in 2021, right? So it's about now. I don't think it even was delayed. I think it's been truncated, but turns out it wasn't delayed, was it? I don't think so. I think it was always supposed to air around now. Was it? For obvious reasons, Series 12 aired between January to... Oh, look at that. Conveniently telling me everything I just tried to work out. January to March 2020. And when we did get a new Special 21, it's coming up on 2 years since Doctor Who was a regular TV fixture. Right, and they filmed that at the same time as they filmed the other, all the other, season 12, the special. It's coming to since regularly. Gone are the days when we get 14 episodes a year. Feels like forever ago. Listen, look, Chibnall can't do that. Okay, he can't do 14 episodes a year. He was pushing, like, what's the expression like? Shitting bullets? Is that an expression? I don't know. It doesn't sound like one, but is it? I don't know. He was pushing very hard to do 10 episodes every 18 months. And 10 really bad episodes every 18 months as well. Amazingly so. Yeah, but, you know, if they did have 14 episodes a year, it would be a disaster. The reason EastEnders, the famous British soaps ratings are in the toilet are, other than it's unwashably bad, full of agenda, it's because it's on a lot and people know how bad it is. If you look at the ratings for the previous season, the more it was on, the worse the ratings got. That's why a 6-episode season, they're hoping might not destroy it. I'm still surprised they're not dropping it in one day, but never mind, go figure. Anyway, considering the large pandemic-ridden gap, no! There was no pandemic-ridden gap. It was always meant to be around now, right? It was just supposed to be 10 episodes, not 12. Not 6, I should say. You'll think the hype for season... you'll think the hype for season 13 will be sky high right now. No. Again, the elephant in the room is Jodie Whittaker. I mean, the elephant in the room is she was awful. And everybody hated her. I mean, I know she had some... Oh my god, I can't... I had somebody comment... I didn't look at it properly yet. Somebody comment I have to reply to it said, you said that all the fans of the era have turned on Jodie Whittaker, and that's a lie! No. I'm saying the media has the wall of disinformation on the media has stopped, and they stopped pretending this was the bestest ever, right? There's still people who like it, or more actually, still people who pretend they like it. I'm sure the people who like it as well. Mate, I don't know. None so queer as folk, I guess. You know. Anyway, Absence makes the heart grow fonder, doesn't it? Well, not in this case. You're right. Based purely on the state of purely on the current state of the show, we're actually leading towards a more apprehension than excitement. Didn't you tell us it was the best as ever? It's been a long time telling us it was the best as ever. I think you did. We'd love to say we're full of confidence and hope, and we believe season 13 will knock it out of the park. Through the time vortex, knock it out of the park through the time vortex into another universe. That's what's going to happen. But at this stage, we can't. And here are several big reasons why. Jodie Whittaker. Again, Jodie Whittaker, Chris Chibnall. The weak marketing. Well, this is Chris Chibnall. I mean, this is just Chris Chibnall all over. He's one of the many things he's bad at is marketing. Like, so, I mean, oh God. So we finally see in the trailer now. We know there are Sontarans, obviously we know that since January. That was leaked. We know Weeping Angels in it. January, that was leaked as well. Who else? We know there's Ood in it. Like we think, you could have built this up. You know, you could have like had features about the new Sontarans and Doctor Who magazine. But to do that means you've got to be excited about it. And the vibe I'm getting is they are not excited, right? This season, by contractual obligation only. As of time around, season 13 is just 2 weeks away. At this stage of the game, the hype for the show will be approaching its peak, and you would expect to be quite a bit of footage of the series, trailers, clips, images, that sort of thing. But reality, this isn't the case. We got a teaser trailer in July, which really didn't show us anything interesting. Then we had the Find the Doctor online treasure hunt that took several weeks to complete, but rewarded us with nothing more than an audio message and a picture of a monster and a short clip of the Doctor talking about the Flux. And that's it. That's everything we see. Well, listen, you only got 1 more minute worth of stuff right now. Again, 2 weeks out. Okay. It's underwhelming to say the least. Yeah, listen. Here's what I think's going on. It's not that Chris Chibnall never gave a shit about Doctor Who, right? It's not that he never did. I think he stopped giving a shit when he realized how bad it went down and how much he was hated, right? So I can't really argue with him on that, can he? I mean, it's got to be hard to go into work and promote what you're doing when you know, he knows the true demographics, right? He knows how bad it's gone down. He knows how much it's hated. It's just got to be deflating, hasn't it? It's underwhelming to say the least. We haven't even had a full trailer yet, and you still haven't. Okay, the 1 minute trailer, it wasn't a full trailer. 2.5 minutes is a full trailer. And even outside the lack of traditional marketing, we didn't know who was writing or directing the episodes until right now. Who cares? We still don't know anything from the guest stars apart from Jacob Anderson. We don't know the plot. Fans have had to dig through CVs and leaks to uncover any information they can, but people shouldn't have to go hunting for scraps when we're this close to premiere. You are absolutely right. But again, I think the BBC's embarrassed a bit of it. I think, which again begs the question: then why do it? Really? I mean, like, why? But this is just corporate malfeasance. Yeah, they corporations do silly things like this often, right? Look, the BBC wants to be secretive. That's fine. I think it's Chris Chibnall. I think he's got some bizarre idea that the more secretive, the more exciting it'll be. Surely, doing it for the last few years would have showed you that's not the case. No, in fact, you know, may I direct you to Seinfeld for your answer, Mr. Chibnall. Okay, there was an episode in Seinfeld where George Costanza, he has an idea. He says, "Listen, everything I do is wrong. Everything I do works out terribly. I'm going to do the exact opposite of what I think," right? And it works, right? This woman, he sees an attractive woman, comes up to him, or so he sees some femme fatale, right? And he goes, "Hi, my name's George. I'm unemployed, and I live with my parents." Okay, he says, "I'll do the exact opposite of what I think." And she's like, "Really?" So, Chibs. You just think about what you think would be the bestest thing to do for Doctor Who and do the opposite. Do the exact freaking opposite, and you might be onto a winner, right? You might well be onto a winner there. It's on dig through CV and leaks, but people don't get BBC wants to be secret, that's fine. It's okay to be secret, but this is too far. Yes, you are making people excited by doing this. That's true. And some of the decisions are just baffling. Why hire the charismatic John Bishop, then tell him off when he tries to hype the show? God. Do they have a link to that? Let's see if this is a link. Let's see where it takes us. John Bishop reveals why he's already had a telling off from the BBC over his Doctor Who role. Who was it? He revealed he had a telling off from boss of BBC and Doctor Who role. He revealed he will be joined, blah, blah, blah. He admitted he's already landed some hot water by revealing a spoiler, albeit a predictable one, about the show. During the appearance of Monday's edition of BBC Breakfast, Louis asked him, asked John to tell him not a lot. I got told off. Explaining what he did. I did a Zoom talk with some students in Liverpool, and they're saying, "Can you tell us about the characters?" I said, "Well, I don't know. What do you want to know?" And they said, "Is he from Liverpool?" And I said, "Yeah." Then I got. Well, obviously he's from bloody. Really? He got in trouble for that? Nah. This is why I make these videos, because you wouldn't believe it, would you, if you didn't read it yourself? Why bring back the Weeping Angels, one of the most popular bands ever, and not show us a single frame of them action? Or tell anyone! You left it to Stephen Moffat to say off camera like a few days after your big Comic-Con. It's so stupid! Right? There's so many monsters you're bringing back for this season, Chibble, right? There's so much marketing. Do you remember the Catherine Tate season? They had some freaking incredible marketing. You had with just like 10-second things of Sontarans walking, and then Daleks, and what else were there? There's a bunch of them, right? But showing you how many monsters you're getting. Yeah, man, it's just dumb. Obviously, the lack of marketing average will change over the coming days. Not really. Honestly, not really. But as of right now, it feels a bit half-hearted, yes, when you consider the huge marketing push for Series 11 received. Well, they thought it was going to be successful then, right? And then they thought they'll be able to turn things around for Season 12. Now they know they can't. And this is just so they have less egg on their face. To me, I think they have more. I mean, it's one thing to make a mistake, right? It's one thing to make a mistake and do something that really, really fails horribly. It's another thing to continue doing the failure just because you don't want to admit that you failed. This is public! Everybody can... I'll tell you what it's like, right? I remember one time I was taking a pair of trousers to be hemmed. And I got them from the Big and Tall store, right? Big and Tall. I'm a fat guy. So I go to the Big and Tall store. And then when I was taking to be hemmed, for a minute, I didn't want to carry them in the bag from the Big and Tall store. Because then people go, oh no, everybody's going to know I'm fat. That was really my thought process, okay? And I went, oh, wait a minute, they can see, right? Yeah, look, we can all see this Doctor Who, right? We can all see how it's going down. It's not good. It's not going well, mate. It's not going well. Don't get excited. It's not going well. It comes across the BBC has lost faith in the show. You know why it comes across like the BBC has lost faith in the show? I would say because the BBC has lost faith in the show. Bizarre Sunday night time slot. Well, it's always had the Sunday slot, but they moved it from a kiddie slot, I'll say more family slot, to an adult drama slot, which is going to kill it. And it's going up against the Larkins, which, that's what's the ad for LinkedIn. It's going up against the Larkins, with starring the very charismatic and popular Bradley Walsh. Good luck, mate. Good luck. Which is going to be halfway through its run. The Larkins will be halfway through by the time they start. And it's like a dense serial, right? If you miss the first part, you have no clue what's going on in the second part. I get the feeling if you miss the first 10 minutes, you're going to have no clue what's going on. I get the feeling, even if you see the first 10 minutes, you're not going to have much of a clue what's going on. When Shomron took over the reins in 2018, Doctor Who moved from its traditional Saturday night to a Sunday one. While this inherently felt like a demotion, more of a protection, right? The reason you get strong shows on Saturday night, because there's a lot of competition, right? There's a lot of really strong competition. and people want to go out. That's why you get Saturday night TV on Saturday night. Sunday night Era's in. It's a much safer slot. It's a slot that is going to be much more protected. And she still did worse than everybody else. Now we're on a devotion. You can't get more prime time than Saturday night slot. The ratings were strong, aided by the fact each episode aired no later than 7 p.m. They were strong for the first few, and then while they remained high, the decline was so clear, right? It was so obvious it wasn't doing good. A reasonable amount for families and young children, especially with school and work in the morning. But season 13, though, not only is that Sunday night demotion still in effect, but the episodes are now in the much later in the evening, assuming the entire series follows the premiere's lead. I think it will. This is subject to change, of course, but reportedly the premiere will start at 8:30 on Sunday night. A bizarre move for a show that's supposedly to be 4-quadrant entertainment. Lots of parents aren't going to let their kids stay up after 9 on a school night, and heck, the parents themselves might want to be in bed by that point. But but there's nobody staying up. Nobody cares. They don't like it. Yeah, again, when David Tennant was Doctor Who, when Matt Smith, even Capaldi, Capaldi. People thought Doctor Who was a fun romp, right? It was a fun show. Now they think it's a dour preach. Safe Space Who says, according to the full article, Flux were at 8:30 on Sunday with it. Thoughts on the time slot? It's going to kill it. It does seem like the BBC are really not up for this whatsoever, right? It does seem the BBC are just like, yeah, no, I don't want to do this. No, thank you. This isn't some brand new adult drama we're talking about. This is a rerun or a rerun of a daytime quiz show. This is Doctor freaking Who. It used to be Doctor Who. That's the point. You're paying attention yet? This used to be Doctor Who. This is a show that deserves the Saturday night red carpet treatment. It used to, not anymore. Not to be shunted off to a barren Sunday night evening. That weird uncle nobody talks like the weird uncle nobody talks about at parties. Well, again, your instincts are right about everything. You are nailing why they're doing everything, but you keep saying they can't be doing that for Doctor. Yes, they are. Oh, yes, they are. Surely day and date views are less important in the era of iPlayer and streaming, but shouldn't Doctor Who be appointment viewing? Answer, yes, not to sound too conspiratorial, but a cold, dark Sunday night isn't where you air a blockbuster show. Well, that's not true. No, Walking Dead. The Sunday drama slot been huge since The Sopranos. I think you're wrong there. But especially a show that needs all the help it can get. It does need all the help it can get. I think you correctly identified the BBC has no confidence. Okay, I think maybe you say no confidence. No, the declining ratings. Did you notice that? So they want to say, oh, Netflix. We would love better ratings, but there's Netflix now. There wasn't Netflix with Peter Capaldi. Netflix. It's because it's shit. Really, that's why. That's the entire reason why. Okay, because it's shit. Though it's clear that a lot of fans aren't happy with Doctor Who right now. The show's ratings tell the BBC how well it's doing. Angry Twitter users are one thing, but cold-hearted viewing figures are another. I wish that was the case. But the BBC, I believe, pay more attention to angry Twitter users than cold hard ratings. Yeah, viewing figures, I think they do. Unfortunately, Doctor Who, though, those figures don't paint a much more positive picture than the angry Twitter users do. Excuse me. If you're talking about the Twitterati, they're the supporters of the show. That they just came onto Twitter to berate anybody who doesn't like it, right? And the numbers are kind of bullcrap as well, right? The numbers are not so honest. They do like if you get a 2-minute view on iPlayer, they consider it a full view. No. So I would love to see it without the bullcrap, but whatever. We can't because we can't. Unfortunately, it steady decline since Series 11, and Metro BBC surely noticed, surely quite concerned about. Well, they seem not to be. They're doing it again, right? They're doing more of the same. To put things in context, season 12 suffers some of the lowest ratings in New Who history, with the season 9 Time to Sell ranking the least watched show since 2005. Not since 2005, since 1989, mate. 2005, you'll be lucky. It's since 1989, and then it was only 2 episodes in 1989. It was just 2 episodes in 1989 which it did better than, and those 2 episodes were gaining in viewers. Right, that season 26. The viewers started low with Battlefield, and they went up, and there were 2 first episodes of Battlefield did worse than Timeless Children. Very, very heavily promoted with a Radio Times cover. Big pusher for it. It did. It started low with Battlefield and went up and up and up and up. Right. This went down and down and down and down. You calling it 2006, 2005. You're being nice to it. Doctor Who might still draw viewers. Draw more viewers than other TV shows can dream of. Not really. No. It's. But viewership has almost halved in the last 10 years. It's halved in the last... No, it's gone down 75% in the last 2 years. Excuse me, 2 or 3 years. Since Whittaker started. There's no way you can put a positive spin on that. Example, the 2021 Revolution got 6.25 million viewers. Again. When people were locked in their homes in a cold winter day with nothing else to do. There was full lockdown going on, and I still call bullshit on those figures. 2011 special, The Doctor with a Waldo, which wasn't very good. That was a pretty bad one. 10.7, exactly, 10.77. Now, sure, there are many other actors to consider specific comparison, but the point is Doctor Who's ratings are in a bad spot for Doctor Who standards. Yes. Based on these numbers, public interest seems to be waning, and Series 13 could end up with egg on its face if this downward trend continues. No, Season 12 ended up with egg on its face. Now it's the BBC are going to end up with egg on their face. It's Piers Wenger. It's going to end up with egg on its face. Reduced episode count. Thank God. Let me sing Hosannas. I mean... I nearly needed a suicide hotline last year to get through it all. I mean, honestly, it was 10. I thought just 10 episodes. It's 10 episodes. No worries. No. Oh God, it was agony, freaking agony. Just to be clear, we're not blaming the BBC chimney or anything else involved for this one. Okay, fair enough. COVID hit. You know what I was going to say? I think they were quite happy about it, though. Don't you? Do you get a feeling they're like, yeah, I don't know. COVID hit, it sucked, and everybody made the best of a rubbish situation. Not really. But at the same time, we'll be lying if we said, if we weren't a little disappointed, we're only getting 6 episodes series this time round. I'd love to know the true story, right? Besides the fact that Doctor Who simply deserves more, this one doesn't. I mean, look at this smug face. Nobody wants to see that, right? No one feels good about seeing that. Everybody feels good about seeing Tom Baker. You see Tom Baker, you smile, right? Me just saying Tom Baker, ooh, you do, because he's Tom Baker. You see Jodie Whittaker, you're like, ooh, I don't think so. But saying overlying, we just want to get only 6 episodes around size. Besides, the fact that Doctor Who simply deserves more, no, it doesn't, and fans expect more too. With 10 or 13 episodes being the usual standard, we're going back to that. With Russell Davies, I think we're going to go back to that. Hopefully, who knows? Let's imagine a scenario where the first episode is average. The second one is a thumbs down. The third one is outright terrible. 1 or 2 bad episodes can blend into a 13-episode season, but 1 or 2 bad episodes and 6 episodes run is almost half the entire thing. I think you're looking more like 6 episodes. They're going to be terrible. Okay, but they're going for spectacle, right? They're going for everything they can to distract the viewer from the fact they're watching something that's garbage. Maybe it'll work. I don't know. People are stupid a lot of the time. If season 13 gets off to a bad start, there's not enough time to redeem it. Again, this has just made me excited. And speaking of episode count, Shomron has struggled to weave a compelling story arc with almost double the number of stories. So how's he going to fare with a significantly less screen time? So I think the writer is saying, but Chip, no shit! How can he do this? He can't, is the answer. One last cause for concern here is the actual format of the series. The fact that there is that it's set to tell one interlinked story will make it more difficult for casual viewers to jump on. Say, episode 4, Doctor Who episodes are known are usually standalone adventures that require no prior knowledge. I was tuning in anyway. Moving away from that inherently makes the show less accessible. Yes, which won't help the ratings problem. I've never had a depressing article make me so excited and happy. The fan base is already looking past it. I think Russell D. Davies leaked the Russell D. Davies news. Okay, that's who I think leaked it. Because I don't think it was supposed to come out now. All right, I think it was just going to be wait till later. But I think they were smart to leak it because it's reducing the damage that season 13 is going to make. The hiring of Russell Davies is, I think hiring. I think the begging and driving gold bricks into his trucks full of gold bricks into the living room did the trick. To see Chibnall as Doctor Who showrunner feels a bit like break glass in case of emergency. Move on BBC part. Yes. I tell you, this guy's instincts is 100% on the money. Right? You're right about everything. As we've already discussed, the show is in a rough spot right now. The fan base is the most divided it has been in decades. Actually, I don't think it is. I think the fan base is pretty united that we hate it. Like, we absolutely detest this garbage. So who else could the BBC get to unite the sad fan base, but ensure the show itself stands the best possible chance of being good, aside from Stephen Moffat? The only person who fits the bill is Russell Davies. Man, there's a lot of people who don't like Stephen Moffat, right? I get that a lot in the comment. People really, they say Stephen Moffat killed Doctor Who. Did he? The wokeness, for want of a better word, certainly came in under it, but I think that's more BBC. But I think he went along with it. Who knows? The Manor relaunched Doctor Who in 2005, turning it into one of the most popular and brilliant shows of its time. A feat many considered impossible. He's a massive fan of all things Who, and more importantly, he just gets it. That's true. Even though I did a whole video yesterday on him, his insanity and angst, he does get it. Plus, outside the Doctor Who bubble, he's a respected award-winning TV writer. Recently, having bagged his best new drama at the NTAs for his Channel 4 series, It's a Sin. And that it was on Channel 4, I think, says volumes. Right? In other words, he ticks every box. That's true. And people who like box ticking are the BBC. So what's this got to do with Series 13? Well, because the return of Russell T Davies is a massive moment that many fans wouldn't have imagined in their wildest dream. Chibnall and Whittaker's next effort must feel a bit in comparison. And also, it basically puts a sign that says failure around their neck, right? Because they failed, obviously. This is a tad anecdotal, but over the official Doctor Who Twitter account, Russell T Davies' return tweet got over 3 times as many interactions as a season 13 premiere announcement tweet. Okay, sure, that isn't an apples-to-apples comparison, but it's a loose indication of where the fan base hype meter is pointing right now. Exactly. It was actually a good move to make the Russell T Davies announcement so close to Series 13. All the BBC has done is... It was actually an odd move for the BBC to make the not good move, an odd move. So close to Series 13, which makes me think it was leaked, and I think it was leaked by Russell T Davies. Okay, that's who I think did it. All the BBC has really done is undercut the show by revealing that the really good stuff is coming in a couple of years. Maybe higher-ups are worried that the news would leak, or maybe they were just desperate for some positive energy. All reasonable suggestion. The mixed quality of Series 11 and 12. It wasn't mixed quality. It was all awful. Okay? It was all awful. Yeah, look, this is basically where we're all starting from. It's been terrible! How do you expect it to be good when it's been so bad? This is more subjective point than the low ratings and the awful time slot. But from our perspective, Chibnall's first couple of years in charge left a lot to be desired. He seemed to have been in the bag for it quite a bit, though. Series 11 was painful to watch at points. It got off to a decent start, but the Battle of Ranskor Ab Kolos is easily the worst finale since New Who began. It's the worst finale. I mean, it's the worst finale. And the Ghost Monument and Sasanga are all-time stinkers. I kind of like the Ghost Monument. I thought it was going to be Doctor Who at that point. Even Roy Kent couldn't save that last one. I don't know who Roy Kent is. Now, put it in my mouth. I don't know what that is. So much bile and anger, it's actually coming out my mouth. On the whole, season 12 was an improvement. It was funnier, faster, more exciting. It had more mystery and a much needed injection of returning characters, Captain Jack and villains of Jadoon. Unfortunately, those all-time stinkers, all for 55 and Praxis, Tosin Mandic will continue to like planks of wood, and that's what the China sales revealed. Well, let's not go there. We'll be here all year. It didn't do that good for him. Let's say it didn't do that good for him. In short, it's tough to be hopeful for season 13 when season 11, 12 turned out as poor as they did. It would be brilliant if Flux were amazing and restored Doctor Who to former glory, but Chibnall's track record is against him. Yeah. So, tell you, who was the writer of this arc? Let's do a little search for Doctor Who. Oh, can I go back? Where's the little search these things? Do I search? Oh, search. Yeah, let's do a search for Doctor Who. Doctor Who. Because now I'm going to show you something a little bit funny. So, these are written by the same people. Doctor Who, series 6 Reasons to Be Worried. And then the same guy wrote Doctor Who, series 13 trailer breakdown. 20 things you must see! So he seems quite enthused there. So I tell you what, my live stream tomorrow, 5 o'clock UK time, we'll get 20 things. Man, it's about 40 minutes on 6. I'll go over it on my live stream tomorrow, see what you liked about it. It was only a minute long, but he seems very excited. Yeah, nothing like optimism, is it? A bit of optimism. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. And ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.